Once upon a time, and actually not so long ago, there was a bloody battle royale which took place that led to not one, but multiple different extinctions, and permanently changed history forever, with its ramifications still even being seen today. And this ancient war, you could say, was all started by a girl named Gabby. Just kidding. Gabby is not a real person, but rather an acronym for the Great American Biotic Interchange. Might not sound like the most exciting thing ever, but trust me, it was a chaotic, bloody event. Today, if you take a walk throughout the majority of North America, especially the US, there is a chance that at some point you may encounter an opossum, a staple of urban American wildlife that is nicely adjusted to the continent. And keyword there being adjusted, as it actually doesn't have North American origins, rather South American. Kinda odd, right? And what you might also observe walking around the US is that there aren't any camels, llamas, or any kind of camelid for that matter walking about, which is what you'd expect, not very odd. Whereas in South America you'll find various kinds like the iconic alpaca, and that's understating it, with these animals being near synonymous with certain countries in South America. And yet, in reality, camelids are not from South America, they're from North America. Kinda shocking, right? Well, it turns out that this example, and the opossums, are just a couple of the clear signs that this great interchange really happened. And just telling you about these animals without any more context is a bit confusing. So let's rewind the clock a bit to see just how we wound up here. And to achieve this, we need to go back to the moment right before Gabby began, which brings us to 3 million years ago. At this point, both North and South America were still isolated from one another, and largely had been, because somewhere along the way, the two continents were called in for support and actually started butting heads, literally and figuratively, as their tectonic plates had collided. And this collision started a long period of uplift, while also setting off numerous chains of underwater volcanoes that continuously pumped new land and islands to the surface, which culminated in the formation of the Isthmus of Panama about 2.7 million years ago. You know, that narrow strip of land that connects the continents. And with its creation, for the first time in a long time, North America and South America were connected again by a physical land bridge, allowing for the unparalleled movements of animals. And thus, the floodgates of chaos were opened.